Hey everyone, I'm Go-Getter Michelle, and today we're jumping into the topic of goal planning. Now, this is one of my favorite things to talk about, but before I dive into the details, I want to suggest that you watch my videos about how to find your purpose or your why in life, and also how to prioritize before planning goals. Both of those help build a foundation that'll help your goal planning be more successful. So I'll link both of those in the description below, and if you've already watched them and you're ready to get started, let's go ahead. So I didn't want to overcomplicate the process of setting goals, but it is something that you're going to have to set aside some time to do. And like I mentioned in my video about how to be a go-getter, you have to take a little bit of time to plan. Doesn't mean you have to make it a huge commitment, but like I said, a little bit of planning for your goals can go a long way. So what you're going to want to do actually, before you even sit down and start writing anything about your goals, is just clear out your space. It can be pretty difficult to think in a cluttered environment, so I suggest setting a timer on your phone and taking about 5 minutes to just clear off your desk. It doesn't mean you have to organize it, but even if you just put everything in a box temporarily so you're not looking at all the clutter, it will help you clear your mind so you can think a little bit better while you're doing this long-term kind of strategic, big picture thinking about your goals, where you want to be, and how you can be successful. The next thing you're going to need is just a blank piece of paper. Could even be a scrap piece of paper if you had something printed out and then you're not using it anymore. I know most things are digital, but I like the process of actually writing things down. You can always type them up and put it in an Excel spreadsheet later for tracking. But for this exercise, initially planning the goals, a blank sheet of paper is the way to go. And then the last thing you're going to want to grab is, if you have a planner, I would suggest grabbing that. I mentioned in my prioritizing for your goals video that I have the Bloom Vision Planner. And so in that planner, it has different sections for your different goals, the different categories, a holistic go-getter type of view for your goal planning. Okay, so we're wasting no time here today. On your piece of paper, you're going to write on the far left-hand side, vision. Then in the middle of your piece of paper, you're going to write goal. And on the far right side, you're going to create a column that says action items. Actually, scratch that. No, we're creating a third column called steps to success. I like that better, more positive. Okay, so you have your vision, your goal, and your steps to success. So just in case you haven't watched the video about prioritizing, to sum it up, you want to take a look at your values, what's going on in your life, the season that you are in your life, and prioritize certain areas that are mentioned in this Bloom Planner. And I've mentioned them before too: your health, your career, your home, your personal finances, your relationships, and also your personal growth. So within those categories, I suggest, especially when you're first starting out, picking three areas, 3 categories, and then setting goals within those categories. So rather than the types of methods like the SMART goal methods that talk about something that is specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time focused, I believe is what the acronym stands for. That's putting a lot of things into one long sentence and one goal. So the SMART method for setting goals can be very helpful and can help people be successful, but I like to break it down a little bit further in a way where you have a strong why, so you stay dedicated to your goals, and you also have specific steps that are simple, easy to follow, that can turn into habits. And when you have habits in place, instead of it being a goal that you're striving for and reaching for, it becomes more on like an autopilot, then you're able to set more goals or expand into other areas of your life. So how does this work? Your vision, your goal, and your steps to success. The first thing you're going to do for your vision, it's different than figuring out the vision for your whole life, but it's the vision for that area of your life. The example I'm going to use is health. So if in the health and wellness of my life, my vision would be something along the lines of, I want to have a lot of energy. I want to feel good. I want to look good. I want to have more confidence. I want to have longevity and vitality in my life so I can live a long time and enjoy my time, make an impact on earth. Okay, I'm getting pretty big here, but you get the idea of a vision that's a bigger driving factor for your why, because a lot of people will just say, I have a goal of losing 10 pounds. And they don't have a driving why factor, and they might give up because they don't have a strong enough reason to keep going. But when you sit down and think about what you want that area of your life to look like, you have more motivation to keep going with your goals. So that's just an example of a couple of different things that you could include in a vision about your health. Maybe it's that you want to be able to run outside and play with your kids. Maybe you have more of a vision that you want to participate in fitness competitions. Whatever that may be, write down your vision, your ideal self, in the far left column under the vision and your why for that area of your life. Again, this isn't specific to a goal. I want you to think bigger in the holistic picture of your health overall, or whether that's your career overall. It doesn't have to be as specific as I want to lose 10 pounds. Where you want to get specific though is in the goal category. So in order to have the vision that you just thought about, reflected on, and wrote down, because there is power in actually writing things down, in the goal section are the steps you need to take and what you need to achieve to have that vision in your life. For example, a goal in your career might be, my goal is to get a job at this workplace by this time. So that's kind of leaning towards the SMART goal method of making it time bound and a little bit more specific, but you don't have to do it that way. Okay, the last area is your steps for success. So these are the actual tasks that you have to do to complete your goals. Some people just write their goals and then they might feel a little lost because they don't really know what to do to achieve the goals. But a step for success is something that's measurable and that can be tracked so you reach your goals. I think health is just a very easy one to talk about, because you can say, my step for success is to exercise 5 days out of the week. And another step for success is I'm going to start writing down everything that I'm eating and tracking how much water I drink a day. Another step to success, or steps for success, could be getting 7 to 9 hours of sleep every night. These are actionable, specific things that you can track that will get you closer to your goal and ultimately your vision. So when it feels difficult to wake up and work out in the morning, or it is hard to do your budget every week or save extra money that you hadn't been doing beforehand, you can go back not to only your goal of wanting to save money for retirement, wanting to get a new job, wanting to lose 10 pounds. You go back to that vision that you wrote as your motivating why factor to keep you going on track and following your steps to success. It's a very simple method. You have to take some time to sit down and plan and do this. Also, I guess I should clarify. I suggest taking a long time to dive into the visions for each of these areas of your life and the goals and the steps to success at least once a year, and then having a check-in every quarter or every month of the year so you can reevaluate where you are on your steps for success, how you're doing, and if you need to adjust any of your goals, and if that vision is still accurate. The visions stay strong and more steady, so those probably won't have to be changed as frequently if you really sit down and think about your values and what matters to you and you incorporate those in your vision. I'm here to help you guys achieve your goals with balance and joy, and I want this to be a fun experience. If you have any questions about how to dive into this concept for yourself, please leave a comment below and let me know if you have some trouble areas or if you've been able to do this successfully. I think that could also help some other people in the comments about defining their vision for an area of their life, setting a goal to achieve that vision, and the action steps that you need to take to achieve that goal. Thank you guys for tuning in today and following along with this goal planning tutorial. I hope you started planning some of your own goals. And if you are a go-getter and a goal-getter, be sure to like this video, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any more videos. And you can hop over on Instagram at GoGetterMichelle. I'm super excited to hear from you guys, and I'll see you next week. Bye.